Uh, Good morning, happy Tuesday, and it's nice I get to take a little break from wearing the jersey. Seriously, you never know how often you wear something until, you do stuff like this. I mean, if you haven't been paying attention, I pretty much have an outfit for every day of the week, depending on the time of year. And because I'm wearing the jersey, you can't really see what color shirt I'm wearing. So if anyone out there really is paying attention, you'd never know. You would think that I'd be deceiving everyone and thinking, oh, is he going to wear this shirt today? No, seriously, I always wore the same outfit, whether I was wearing the jersey or not. For that given day of the week, of course. This has become my Tuesday outfit. And you can actually see it because, again, no jersey. But speaking of football jerseys, I gotta get to my low and my high rank of kindness. My low is, okay, you're gonna find this rather funny. I haven't been in my parents' pool this whole summer. Not once. Yesterday was the day I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna jump in, it's gonna be great, because they have a heated pool. And as I got there, my mom asked me to do something, which I did. But unfortunately, it's one of those things where, now that I'm deterred from jumping into the pool, I don't want to get in the pool. Plus, it rained very heavily yesterday. There is a chance I would have been completely rained on if I actually went to the pool, even after I did what my mom told me to do. My high was the 49ers won. Who didn't see that coming, by the way? I mean, it really is true. Did anyone outside of the Jets fans really think that the 49ers were going to lose? I ask you. Because I can tell you right now, okay, that first drive where Aaron Rodgers went 5 for 6, okay, that was impressive. But hell, any quarterback in the NFL worth their weight in salt can do what he did. I mean, honestly, this is exactly the sort of thing that we expect. I mean, where do I even begin with this? The man went to the Jets. If you make a trade, you're going to a team possibly to make them better. If it was any other quarterback, I would say, okay, that's a good move. But it's Aaron Rodgers. There's a reason why Green Bay didn't want him. And I know, maybe by the end of this season, I'll be eating my words saying, you know what? Aaron Rodgers' second year as a Jet, not bad. Maybe I'll be saying that. But after last night, I'm not impressed. So, there we go. That was a long-winded way for me to say 49ers won. That's awesome, and I don't know if you can tell, but this is the record now, 13-3. That means I got 13 games right and only 3 wrong in my first week. So, yeah, if you guys can play along with me. And my act of kindness was, okay, so one of the reasons why I wanted to get in the pool was because my nephews were going to make this, well, it's not really a surprise if I knew, but my nephews were going to come, right? And, I was going to, again, I hadn't been in my parents' pool all summer. I wanted to get in the pool, but that didn't happen. So I got to help my parents watch my nephews. And it was yesterday that we heard some very tragic news. So I'm sure if you've been on the internet in the last 24 hours, you probably already know that James Earl Jones passed away. And this one hit different. I mean, listen, in my lifetime, there have been a lot of truly great celebrities that have passed away. You know, like Robin Williams. I never watched the Fast and Furious movies, but a lot of people were really sad about Paul Walker. Point is, this was Darth Vader, guys. This was Mufasa. And he's gone. I was watching the report last night. My nephew happened to be walking by, and obviously my nephew, not knowing the totality of everything, because he's only 4, he was playing with a Darth Vader toy. The kind of Darth Vader toy that you press it and, voices come out. Obviously, the voice of James Earl Jones. I had to tell him that the man who provided the voice for that toy he's playing with just passed away. Again, my nephew's only 4. So, he doesn't understand the totality of it just yet. But I forget how we got to this point in the conversation. But my nephew asked me, what happens when you get into heaven? Keep in mind, my nephew is 4. Okay? There are kids who are double that age that, whether it's on purpose or not, they never think to ask the important questions. My nephew essentially asked me, where do we go when we go? I actually had to give this some thought. For all intents and purposes, this is the sort of moments that, as an uncle, I needed to mentally prepare for. Because, my nephew could have asked my brother, his dad, or my sister-in-law, his mom. He could have asked, his grandparents, my parents. He really could have asked that to anyone else. But he asked me. Largely because I just happened to be in the room at the time. So, needless to say, I really need to think about what my next words were going to be. Because if I get this wrong, there is a possibility I really could traumatize my nephew. So, I had to give it some thought. For the record, I grew up, I was born and raised Catholic. I go to church every week. Soon I'll be going to church twice a week because I'm no longer at the lake anymore. Needless to say, if there's anyone you ever watch on the internet who believes in heaven, it's this guy. It just got me by surprise that my nephew, again, it was casually, and again, didn't know the difference. But the fact that he asked me that question at all, I'll admit, I was shocked that someone that age, who obviously understands some things, but, okay, to put these in perspective, I was 6 years old when I first understood the severity and the totality of what death means. And when that happened, I just remembered nothing but crying. And it was my mother who consoled me. I mean, again, my nephew doesn't know the difference quite yet, so it's not like he was bawling either. But when he had asked me what happens when we get to heaven, my response was, well, there's going to be a lot of people waiting for you. I mean, what else could I say? You know, what, I don't know what I could have said that was any better. And, I mean, it's not like my nephew was shook by what I said. It's not like he was, traumatized or anything. In fact, literally his next question was, because obviously James Earl Jones is on the TV screen. He says, was he a Jedi Knight? I mean, look, on the one hand, I am a Star Wars fan, and I know there's going to be some people say, okay, when he's talking like James Earl Jones, he's technically a Sith Lord. But I didn't want to break that kid's heart. So I had to tell him, my boy, that man is the most powerful Jedi Knight to have ever lived. I mean, what was I going to say? What do you say in that situation? I mean, I talked it over with my mom about an hour or so later when my nephews were home and everything was, quiet. And thankfully she reassured me that what I said to my nephew about when he asked what happens when, people get into heaven, and to which my response was, well, there's going to be a lot of people waiting for you. And my mom reassured me, like, that was the good thing. That was a good thing for me to say. And I'm glad. But just the shock of, did I really just hear my nephew ask this? He's 4. The only things he's into at the moment are, Paw Patrol, Transformers, obviously Star Wars, cars, pretty much any typical normal kid would like. And he asked probably the smartest, most intelligent question that any 4-year-old really could ask. Again, too young to really know the difference, and again, asked this question in a very casual way. But just the fact that this happened, well, for one thing, not that I ever questioned my nephew's intelligence, but I'm definitely going to be more aware of just how intuitive my nephews can be. I'm definitely going to, I was always proud of my nephews, so I'm definitely going to continue to be proud of everything they do. But this was just, this is different. I mean, of all things that could have happened yesterday, it was James Earl Jones that passed on. And now, what's going to happen from here? Because obviously, listen, thanks to voice recordings, you're going to have stuff like Darth Vader and Mufasa for all time. No question about that. But, I saw the Star Wars trilogy in theaters when they re-released it in theaters in, the 90s. So you better believe I saw the Luke, I am your father scene on the big screen. And I saw The Lion King in theaters too. The original one, the good one. And you want a movie that best describes big? Yeah, it's The Lion King. And James Earl Jones was a part of that. I mean, and obviously he's in other movies too. Like he had a Tony-winning performance in the Broadway show Fences, as well as he won another award for something, I forget. Kennedy Center honoree. He won an honorary Academy Award, which, of course, is James Earl Jones. He deserves it. And he was also in movies like Field of Dreams, Coming to America, The Sandlot. Oh my God, The Sandlot. Like, I talked about The Sandlot once before, but for those of you who don't know, The Sandlot, that just might be my favorite movie of all time. I genuinely think it might be my favorite movie. It's easily my favorite sports movie of all time, no question. It's followed closely by Remember the Titans. But again, you know, James Earl Jones, man. Like, what more do I need to say from this? So, if any of you are Star Wars fans, or Lion King fans, or Sandlot fans, or Coming to America fans, or Broadway fans, then you know how much this probably hurts. The only advice I can give right now is, you know, be happy that, you know, the man gave us so much that we're going to remember forever. And I am absolutely sure that when we all go and we get into heaven, there is going to be a lot of people waiting for us. And there is a strong possibility James Earl Jones is going to be waiting there too. I hope you like this video. If you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow on social media. As always, I am very humble in this video. For all of you guys watching, enjoy for today. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And remember, if any of you guys want to talk or channel, we're here to let me know what you're about. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.